There has been one affirmation that has completely changed the game when it comes to manifesting money. And this doesn't just work for me. I have used this with so many people that I work with one-on-one, and the results for each and every person have been incredible. So I figured I would quite literally share the wealth and give you this affirmation and share, most importantly, how to use it to see the best results. Because affirmations are generally just words unless you know how to activate them. So let's get right into what this affirmation is, how to activate it, and how this all works. But as always, really quickly, if you're new here, I'm Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach and manifesting expert focused on getting you transformational results. Here on my channel, I make manifestation make sense, giving you the tools you need to get the results you want. Every week, I share a new meditation or a law of attraction training and so much more. So be sure to subscribe and also hit the bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. And even more importantly, if you are ready to manifest money and you are ready to activate this affirmation for yourself, go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button below. And if you're new here, money manifestation is one of my absolute favorite things to teach on because I find that I teach it very differently, much different from that woo-woo, esoteric, confusing information that's out there. I like to approach manifestation from a scientific and psychological standpoint. And I find that this approach is what produces the best results. So let's talk about this affirmation. Mainly, the whole reason behind why some people can manifest money with ease and others tend to struggle isn't due to luck or crystals or how much they meditated. In fact, some of the richest people in the world don't even use any of that. What it really comes down to and what you need to shift is this one thing. And the one thing you need to shift is your identity. Because your identity and what you believe as a deep core belief around money is what becomes true. If you are really honest with yourself, there's probably some part or parts of your identity that either doesn't believe you can have money, or thinks money is difficult, or some part of you that deep down thinks that there's not enough, or maybe feels like it's bad to have money, it'll make you a bad person, or maybe even believe that only certain people can have money but not you. There's even identities around feeling unsafe around receiving lots of money, or gripping on and having fear around spending money because you're scared it's gonna run out. I could go on and on and on because money is actually this really complicated relationship we all have. It's one of the most complex topics of manifestation. And every single person has deep-rooted core beliefs around money that have been programmed and reinforced their entire lives. What you learned and experienced around money essentially shaped how you perceive it today. Now, if you want to sort of diagnose and figure out where your specific money blocks came from and exactly how to clear them, I'm going to go ahead and share something with you. I'm going to link my free money workbook up here and I'll also link it down below. Again, this is totally free and tens of thousands of people have gone through this exact workbook with incredible results. So try it for yourself and clear years of money blocks within minutes. I'm serious. You're going to grab it and be like, wow, that was free. So do yourself a favor, grab your copy. But the reasoning behind why this specific affirmation that I'm going to share with you works and the whole purpose of using it is to start to change your identity around money. And to change your identity, it requires you to think and believe and accept something new, to change your mind about how things are for you and how things work for you. And one of the best ways to do this is through repetition. So you are going to repeat this affirmation to yourself over and over again until over time it becomes an automatic default thought, an automatic core belief. And before you ask, okay, well, how many times per day or when do I stop? This is something that you are going to have to feel out for yourself because only you know your programming. Only you know how you feel about money and what you've been programmed with about money. So this is going to take as long as it takes. It could be fast, it could be slow. It's all dependent on you. So say it as often as you need. Or the way I like to think of it is using it as a reminder when you feel that money resistance coming up. When you start kind of finding patterns that you have around money where you're gripping onto it, afraid to spend it, or when you get a bunch of money and you feel guilty, notice your habits around money and then use this affirmation to change the way you see it. It's a tool, not a magic potion. You're working to change your identity around money. You know yourself better than anyone, so I'll give you the affirmation and then you decide when and how to best use it for yourself. Okay? but I'll also share some tips and tricks. But I know you want to get to the affirmation. So here is the affirmation you're going to use. And like I said, over time with repetition, this affirmation is going to begin to shift and change your money identity and therefore change what you attract. The affirmation is, I am a magnet for money. No matter what I do, it continues to pour into my life. So again, the affirmation is, I am a magnet for money. No matter what I do, it continues to pour into my life. And you see how I'm saying it? Almost in an obvious, laughable way. Like, oh, that's what happens for me. That's just who I am. Almost as if it's like, oh, more money showed up for me. This just always happens to me. I'm always the type of person that's just a magnet for money. It just keeps showing up for me no matter what I do. Kind of like how you have those deep-rooted beliefs about like silly circumstances in your life, like how, oh, the computer froze, I have that effect on technology. Or when you're driving somewhere, oh, I got every red light again. That's just always happens to me. Or I always spill something on myself. How can you see this money affirmation as something always showing up in fun and unexpected ways? And it's like, no matter what you do, it just keeps coming your way. That's just what's true for you. Just like any other thought that you've accepted as your identity. And this takes practice. It takes commitment in those moments where you feel stuck around money or bad around money. You have to pull yourself up out of that energy and tap into this new belief where, of course, money always shows up. It's just who you are and what is true for you. You are a magnet for money. No matter what you do, it just keeps pouring into your life. It's just who you are. And over time, with some practice, that will become your identity. Maybe I should just keep telling you in the camera until you accept it, but do that for yourself. And funny enough, I actually shared this affirmation last month inside of Create in our Q&A, and everybody loved it. In case you didn't know, I actually go live every single month, and members get to ask me their questions one-on-one in a group setting, but they each get to ask their questions. And I answer all of them. And when someone had a money question last week, this is the affirmation we played around with, and it was super helpful. And if you have no idea what Create is actually my on-demand manifestation library, and it has over 58 meditations of mine that aren't here on YouTube. There are training videos, affirmations, mantras, and more, and they're all organized into specific categories so you can get the results you're looking for quickly. Kind of like a gym membership. If you're like looking to build strength, you go to the weight section. If you're looking to build endurance, you go to the cardio section. Everything is organized categorically to get you kind of where you need to be inside that library. And like I said, you get a Q&A with me every single month. So if you want more information, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link up here and a link down below for more information on joining Create. It's pretty much the next best thing to working with me one-on-one, since you get to kind of talk to me every single month and I answer your questions. But go ahead and play around with this affirmation. I am a magnet for money. No matter what I do, it just continues to pour into my life. It's just who you are. Feel into it, lean into it, connect to it, and watch how over time, it changes your whole identity around money, your core beliefs about who you are and how you attract money. If you've made it to this point in the video, go ahead and comment a magnet emoji. And also let me know if you're gonna be using this affirmation. I truly love seeing how many of you are taking and applying these concepts that I teach. And one of my favorite parts of my day is actually reading through and responding to all of the comments. This is more than just a YouTube channel. This is a community that we have collectively built together. And it's truly an honor to get to spend time with you here each week. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to be part of this community, and hit that bell notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. You can also find me over on Instagram and TikTok and Threads at MK Magic Mindset, and if you want to learn more about me, my programs, how to work with me, and more, you can visit my website at mkmagicmindset.com, and I will see you in the next one.